the box that the e-bike, the Lunicycle, came in. It looks like it's about the right size, except that it says that it's a 80-inch LED TV. So, don't know what's in there. I'm gonna cut the straps, and then I gotta turn my camera off for that just to make sure I got the right thing while the FedEx guy is here. FedEx, a big freight truck like that, and they just brought it in with a hand cart. Like I said, the box had on it that it was an 80-inch LED TV, but in fact I opened it up and I can see there's a bike in there. The bike looks like it's wrapped pretty good with like a cover, sorts. Box here of parts. Not a bad box either. Obviously, so I'm in Idaho, and this box came from California, the headquarters, I guess, of where they're at. And it's not bad. It's taken a little bit of a beating, but how they wrapped it in there, to me, looks like a fairly decent wrap job. There's some damage on the box, but I don't think enough that I'm worried at this point in time. But yeah, there's the Luna 80-inch LED TV. And magically there's a bike inside. So there's a couple boxes in here. I'm going to grab and bring those out. There's probably a parts box. Not sure. Looks like this came open. Transit. There's a... No, that's not the cover for that. Anyways, I'll take these out and see what we got. Don't see anything other than this upper box here. That's a little heavier, so that's probably got stuff in it. Then there's another box down there. So this looks like it's got the name Bafang on it. Hope I pronounce that right. So I'm assuming stuff related to the motors in there. And oh, it was banded with 3 plastic bands. And there's also a styrofoam something or another down here. I think this is just fill material to keep it from moving around. Because it doesn't look to me like it's anything to do with, maybe it was the original box the motor came in. So here's the bike. I can see a wheel. Looks like it's probably the front wheel. And it looks like it's going to come right out of there in one piece and minimal setup. So I'll take it out of the box and be back in a minute. So the bike came right out of the box, and looks like the handlebars are twisted so that'll fit in the box, and the pedals look like they have to be put on. And I don't think this is a bike cover. But yeah, the motor's installed down there. Maybe this is a bike cover. It's not in bad material. It's kind of a thick space blanket. It's got a elastic thing here. It's got a strap down there. Yeah, it looks like it's a bike cover. All right. Box, and it looks like handlebars were loosened and twisted so that it would fit in the box, and same thing with the battery, I think. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they're supposed to be.
That's a magnetic mount. Looks like that may have came off in shipping. In fact, I'm pretty sure it did. So we'll have to put that back on.
Is it magnetic?
Well, yeah, but it's got to be lifted up. It's got to be slid in and then slid down on the bracket.
Scratch.
Oh, it probably did a little bit, hon. We're going to have to check it. We'll look underneath there and see what we got. A little bit of scuff down here. Yeah, that's scratched. So the battery came off the mount and scratched the side of the bike. Back here. Went to put the battery back in. Maybe I said that in an earlier video. It just kind of snaps right in. It's a pretty powerful battery, so I'm surprised that it came out in shipping. That must mean it had a fairly hard fall or something like that. The box fell over or whatever. I don't see any damage other than the scratch right down here. Battery's in there pretty firm. I was going to take it out and I can't get it out, so I have to figure out how to do that. I just got done putting the pedals in. They were in one of the boxes that was in there. Once you screw those in and they hit the end, you use an Allen wrench on the back side here to snug it up, and it just doesn't seem like it moves at all. Once it hits the end and snugs in place, it's there. So I'll have to check with my son to see maybe there's something else, a different tool that's used to snug those up better. Here's the Kinekt seat, I think they call it. It's got the springs that are pre-installed for the weight range that we gave him. Rear reflector. Got some light pieces and parts in the boxes that I'll put on. Next thing is to get the plastic off the handlebars and check and see if the computer fires up or if maybe the battery's got to be charged for a while first. And then straighten and tighten the handlebars. Okay, so final thoughts. Here's the bike fully ready to ride. Only thing I've got to do is charge the battery. Battery was about half charged. I forget the voltage that it was at. We can take a quick peek here. It's had a couple rides. 47 volts. It's a 52 volt battery, I'm pretty sure. 47.1 volts. 47 volts. And as I mentioned, the battery was not attached. It's almost like the bike fell over, the box fell over in shipping. Battery rotated off and scratched right here. No big deal. Cosmetic thing there. Very nicely done by Lunicycle. Giant Rome 3 frame. Very good components. That's the BBSHD motor. Very well done. Got the sensor, shift sensor down there. Not sure exactly what that is. Looks like it, this whips around and, oh, that's got to be the odometer and or the speedometer. Nice Nicely done. We got the extra 13.5 amp hour battery. Came in that box that looked basically like a TV box. That's how skinny it was. And handlebars were just turned a little bit so that everything kind of lined up, and the pedals were off. Very nice. I think actually instead of getting the other display, the one that mounts right here, we might keep this one, because we might want to get a bracket mount for like an iPhone to have navigation, and that would go right about there. There's the throttle right there. We learned not to touch that while you're standing there with the bike. Such a sharp looking bike, that black frame. And I just got the kickstand. Went down to our local bike shop and bought a kickstand made for a Giant. So that's screwed right in those two threaded holes. Nice, very nice bike.